on certain things. First up, we're going to speak on the O-line, man. Shout out to the O-line. I got to shout out to the O-line. You know, I'm the first one. I'm very hard on the O-line. I get on their ass. That's just me, Big SKOL. I want them boys to win. And respect to the Giants, too, man. You know, I get very disrespectful, but respect to the Giants, dog. You know, they came, they fought, they played, they got on the field. But, you know, I get disrespectful after the game, respect. You hear me? No cap, man. After the game, respect. Donald looked good. Donald looked very good. SKOL, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. But first off, the O-line. I got to give props when props are due. I'm not going to apologize to Bradbury because it's a long season. And at the end of the day, the Niners come in town next week. So he's going to have to prove it again, as well as Ed Ingram, dog. So I'm not crowning nobody. You hear me? Darrell or O'Neal either. But at the end of the day, they did a great job, especially when they made the adjustments and they started playing better. Oh, first off, beginning of the game, they was getting their ass kicked. It was the same old Bradbury, same old Ed Ingram. But somewhere, you know, they switched it, whether it was coaching. A lot of it had to do with coaching, right? You know, calling different play calls, putting them in right positions. But it comes down to it, who wants to block? Mano a mano, man to man, who wants to block? Who's going to get their ass moving? Garrett Bradbury stepped up. Ed Ingram stepped up. Blake Brandel, the whole O-line, dog. They were getting beat early. They stepped up, though, and I got to give them props, big props for the way they played. If they can play that well, and let's not forget, Dexter Lawrence, some say he's the best tackle, one of the best D tackles, maybe the best nose tackle in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? He has a history of dominating the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, early on, Bradbury was getting his ass kicked, but he stepped it up. Ed Ingram stepped it up, even in the run game. Took him a while to get the run game going, but when they needed to run the ball, when they got it going, KOC, West Phillips stuck to it, stuck to the game plan, and they beat them boys up and took their will. I don't want to hear about, it's the Giants. The Giants have a great front seven, huh? I've even heard analysts say they have one of the best fronts in the league. Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, all those guys, dog. They fly around and get to the ball heavy. You hear me? So shout out to the Vikings O-line. It's going to be imperative for them to play well. As we all know, the trenches, always talk about the trenches, dog. That's where the games are won, especially in the playoffs. And I think the Vikings are a playoff team, period. So it's going to be very important that down the stretch, they build off this game. Keep the momentum, right? Second half performance, close to the second half, they continue that performance, dog. You know what I'm saying? You got Aaron Jones back there. That will help him out. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Jones himself can make the O-line look better. Hands down, man down. Oh, no cap. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Jones himself can make the O-line look better. Just the way he runs, the way he sees the holes, the way he gets skinny. You know what I'm saying? Todd Chandler got to get better with his vision, homie. It's a couple of times he could have cut it back in, got him some extra yards. But Aaron Jones, he is an X factor. He is a dynamic piece, and I'm glad the Vikings got him. But the O-line, same case, same story, year in, year out. It's going to come down to the O-line. We're going to see next week, like I say, when they play the Niners, we're going to see how real they are. We're going to see how real they are. They went up against a good front. Dexter Lawrence, not a joke, homie. And Garrett Bradbury held his own later. I give him that. I got to respect that. I be getting on the man head top. I be bashing him. But at the end of the day, I want to see them boys win. So that's what it is. Big SKOL here, man. I ain't finna ride nuts or none of that, homie. I'm going to keep it real deal. No Holyfield. But shout out Holyfield. He is a boxing legend, man. But shout out, big props to Bradbury, Ed Ingram, Brandel, Darrell O'Neal. They stepped up. They did what they had to do, man. And let's not speak on the pass blocking. Pass blocking, subtract 3-4 plays. Pass blocking was phenomenal, dog. That's part of the reason Sam Darnold could sit back there and pick their ass apart and throw them dots. And you see who Sam Darnold is. KOC, protection, what it equals, success. You hear me? Once again, KOC, protection, KOC, the quarterback whisperer, Sam Darnold, protection equals success, man. Even when he was under pressure, he didn't make any real bad decisions. He didn't have no interceptions. He didn't force no balls in. He tried to force maybe one in where it could have been a pick, but it wasn't a pick. Even him scrambling, getting out the pocket, much better than Kirk Cousins. Much better than Kirk Cousins, homie. If Kirk Cousins was the quarterback, man, the Vikes might have lost this game, homie. No cap. I'm just being real. You saw what the Steelers did to him. You hear me? At home, dog. But the O-line, the way they pass protected, I gotta give them props. I gotta give them props, homie. No cap, bro. I gotta give them big props. Kudos to them, man. I didn't expect that. I thought they would get. I gave them the benefit of the doubt. You hear me? I said I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. But that first few drives, first few series, I was like, man, here we go again. but they turned it on. They switched it up. So I got to give credit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Bradbury play well. I got to respect it. Shout out to the O-line, homie. I'm the first one to shout out the O-line. You hear me? Right or wrong, dog? I'm real proud of them boys, huh? And like I told you, they wore that big back Dexter Jackson down. That big back boy got tired later in the game, and they ran right at him, and I respect it. Bradbury dropped his nuts and stepped up, dog. Finally. But guess what? This is one game, week one. It's a lot of teams can disguise a lot of things in week one. We've seen teams lose week one, beat playoff teams, et cetera, et cetera. You know how it goes, dog. This is just week one, huh? Now, week 3, week 4, we're going to see what who the Vikings really are, what's their identity. You hear me? But at the end of the day, that's a great start to start week one, to open up with a blowout win that the Vikings haven't had in years, homie, 4 or 5 plus years. That's a great way to start the season, homie. They held them little Giants to 6 points. I said they weren't scoring more than 10, homie. That's how you play defense. That's how you play defense. But the O-line, shout out, credit to the O-line, dog. If they can keep this up, I like the physicality, the tenacity. I heard helmets popping. I heard pads popping, huh? The Vikings look like a more physical team. I said it in the preseason. They look like a more smoother team, a team that's in sync, finally on the same accord, and that type of team is dangerous. The Vikings have talent. They have talent. We saw it today, especially on the defensive side of the ball, the offensive side of the ball too. Young talent at that. Young talent at that. You hear me? No cap, dog. No denying that. And when you got talent to go along with everybody being on the same accord, being in sync, on the same page, and it finally comes together, this is year 3. We're going to see everything what it's really about in year 3. And we're seeing it. I saw it preseason, dog. A lot of people sleep on preseason. No, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter, dog. It shows you your depth chart for one, but also it shows you the chemistry of the team. How do they look? How does the offense look? How does the defense look? Yeah, they don't throw all the plays out there, but you can get a good gist of how your team will look and perform, especially your second string players, third string, dog. And from the top to the bottom, dog, they all look smooth. They all look in the same accordance, and that's a dangerous team, like I told you. Chemistry, you know what I'm saying? Talent coming together. Everybody coming together as one, finally getting it finally clicking. You hear me? It clicking. Add some players here or there. Van Ginkel, Grenard, add some great players here and there. Cashman, you hear me? And you can be a dangerous team, man. A dangerous team, dog, period. Heavy. No cap, no cap. You hear me? No cap, dog. We're going to check these pressers out after I finish all my notes, dog. We're going to get to the pressers, but I got to finish these notes. Once again, shout out. I'm going to get to the comments, man, but I got to get it in. Once again, shout out to the O-line. Respect to Bradbury. I'm the first one to get on his head top, make his head drop. Respect to Bradbury. This week, Bradbury, I'm going to get off you. I'm going to get off you, homie. I'm going to get off you, big dog. I'm going to show you some respect this week, Bradbury. But next week, you got a real team coming in, a tough team coming in, and we're going to see if you drop your nuts again, Bradbury, or you're a one-game wonder. But the way you battled with Dexter Lawrence, you didn't fold, you didn't quit, you lost some battles, but I respect the way you fought, Bradbury. I can't deny it from you, big dog. I got to respect it. Hands down, man down. Respect to you, Bradbury. Respect to the whole O-line. Even Blake Brandell. I thought Blake Brandell was soft, homie. But when I sat back and looked at preseason, I'm like, damn, they actually look physical. So it's funny, everybody talk about KOC and how he had a physical training camp. It looks like the physical training camp helped and benefited heavy for the Vikings, dog. When I say I heard helmets hitting, I heard that pop, dog, them pads popping, and not from the Giants, but from the Vikings, hitting motherfuckers in the mouth. I said, oh, yeah, we got some here, man. We got some here, dog. Vikings have been lacking physicality, tenacity for a long time, homie. Period. And I ain't gonna sit here and say they're a Super Bowl team, but I wouldn't be surprised if playoff time come and the Vikings make a run. I'll tell you that now, dog. And I ain't just saying that because they the Vikings. I look at all these teams. You got Jordan Love that's hurt. You got, like I say, you got the Chiefs and Ravens. What separates that? So a few pieces here or there. Majority coaching though. Andy Reid. You hear me? The coach for the Eagles, coaching, dog. No, the Eagles are very talented, man. But I feel like the Vikings can bang with the Eagles, period. I feel like you line it up the way they're playing now, they can bang with the Eagles, dog, period. You can't tell me they can't. And you're gonna see next week versus the Niners. In my predictions, I said they will beat the Niners, and I'm standing on it, period. You're gonna see next week versus the Niners. I don't think this is a fluke. I don't think this is a fluke team like the last couple seasons. You hear me? I don't think this is a fluke, dog. This team is younger. This team is stronger. This team is faster. This team is better. This team is coached well. When I say this team is coached well, I saw that in the preseason. Coaching finally coming together, dog. They're a coach well team. You had made some mistakes early. Week 1, jitters, rustiness, whatever. I give you that. Got to clean some shit up. But at the end of the day, coaching, playing, the way these players play, the way they set up things on the field, totally different team, homie. Totally different team, dog. And everybody going to see it versus the Niners when they beat them Niners at home, dog. Heavy. And I don't want to hear none of these analysts, none of these nut riders on the Vikings nuts. Keep that same energy. 4 wins to 6 wins, 8 wins max. Even Vikings fans, no, keep that same energy. The Vikings fans and the people saying, oh, the Vikings, I give them 8 wins, I'll give them 7 wins. Keep that same energy. You hear me? When they make the playoffs, you hear me? Heavy. Keep that same fucking energy that you kept when you said they're 6-win team, 8-win team. Oh, big SKOL, you tripping. They ain't that good. Keep that same energy when they make the playoffs. I don't want to hear no, oh, this and that. Vikings, shut the fuck up. There's so many Vikings fans, analysts, etc., all talk so much shit. 6 wins, 8 wins. They ain't making the playoffs. I don't want to hear nothing, dog. Keep that same fucking energy, whether you a Vikings fan, whether you an analyst, whatever, dog. Don't want to hear nothing about it because I'm getting on head tops even more and I'm getting more disrespectful, dog. Keep that same energy you kept, bro. Period. Point blank. Period, homie. But shout out to the O-line. Respect the O-line. Love to the O-line. Bradbury, I'm rocking with you, dog. Great job today. Give props when props do. I'm proud of you, homeboy. I'm proud of you, homeboy. I thought you was going to get your ass pushed around. I'm proud of you, Bradbury. For real, dog. Don't ever get it misconstrued. I want to see you win, big dog. And this might be the year you get it all together, homie. Period, my boy. So best wishes to you, Bradbury, and the whole O-line, dog. But I'm proud of y'all boys. No cap, man. I'm proud as hell as y'all boys. Y'all made me as a Vikings fan. That was the most thing I was proud of today. Forget all that. The victory, good, blowout, defense looked great. What I was most proud of, homie, is that trench play up front, homie. That trench play up front. I like to see more. I like to see more holes open up earlier. You hear me? Dig me. That's the only pet peeve I can say about the O-line today. I want to see the run game get going more swiftly. But I'm the most proudest about the way this damn line played, period. Started off bad early, but I respect y'all boys, homie. You got to keep it going. This one game, but I respect y'all boys, homie. This week, today, respect, my boy. 1,000, man. Next topic. Matter of fact, let's get into these comments first, bro.